go, guys.
Do you have rods? I have rods all rigged and baited. Did you bring a rod?
He's talking to Buzz, boys.
Yeah, I know you. Okay, cool. No worries. So, okay. Yeah, I'll send Hunter up to help you. Let me nose up there and I'll have him come help you, buddy. All right, my man.
What does he help us?
He's got rods. He's got a tackle box. He's got his snap box.
We're on the Yakima barge, boys. Buzz Ramsey, Bill Herzog, and Jared Higginbotham. We're gonna pick them up in the dock right now.
All geared up. Score again. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, man.
Another camera in your face, Bill.
You got a little bit of a putt. No. This is the closest place I went fishing in 2 months.
Hi, everyone.
Buzz Ramsey, folks.
We're gonna catch them.
We're gonna get him this morning.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
We got the big Jared running the boat, so that's certainty.
Certainty. We got Jared, we got Bill Herzog, we got Buzz Ramsey.
Hi, Jared.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fishy boat, guys. We got, I don't know how many legends you can put on one boat, but we got them, so stay tuned.
I know it.
Massive sport fishing without your hat. You just walk right on by there.
It's funny, the first time he came to Hammers when I worked there to do a seminar. He had a baseball hat on, and he didn't have a hat on, and we went to lunch, we did our thing, and then he had a seminar, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh, time to be Buzz Ramsey." And he pulls out the case, pulls out the hat, just like he's doing right there.
Yeah,
And boom, now he's Buzz Ramsey.
Now everybody knows who I am.
Oh, yeah. Motoring out, folks.
Dip you in that stuff, the lure coat, you know, the lure paint.
I got some kind of, I had patches on here, but they kept falling off. So I got this stuff that, I don't know, some kind of goop I put on there.
Well, I figured it was for like 11 cents.
All right, folks, rods are in the water. We are fishing. What do you think, first pass, Jared?
First pass, bro. We got all the rods in the water. We got number 8 just hit the water. We're about to put number 9 in the water, so we're like a school of fish.
Literally.
We got Buzz and Bill, the 2 best bees in fishing. We're gonna crush it.
Buzz is hiding right now, no cowboy hat yet.
Yeah, I mean, I could, I guess.
Bill's ready for a
The
fish.
wind's not too bad.
No.
Hey, Jared. 12's are supposed to be up front, right?
No, 12 footers are right there.
Okay,
They're
okay.
good.
I think we might have got it backwards.
No, I put the spin fish up off the bow, just a little bit suspended. Yeah.
We got all kinds of flavors down there. We got like 7 different presentations.
We got 2 spin fish. We got 2 herring spinners. 1 herring, 1 anchovy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prawn spinners out. So we're good. We're good. We got the plethora.
Did you say we have a plethora?
We have a plethora of baits on the bottom of the river. Esta ahorita, which means right now.
What a plethora eat?
Plethora is. Yes, we had this discussion. We have had that discussion.
You heard about the guy that went into his doctor, had the physical and everything, and the doctor said, "Okay, we're gonna have to check your prostate, you know." So I said, "You need to take your pants off." The guy takes his pants off, and he says, "Where should I put my pants?" The doctor says, "Right over there next to mine."
There's that one before. I haven't heard that one. I'll have to use that one. Right next to mine.
Buddy.
That's too good. Right over there next to mine.
These
guys. Which way you turning?
We'll turn left. I'm gonna go out here a little ways and I'll turn left.
Good day.
We're gonna get a beautiful out with the sun's about to go. Taking a sweet time.
Plan to recover them with the goal of keeping everybody whole. So you know,
numbers I'm hearing, it cost $2 to $3 million to breach the dams, but his proposal was billion.
Billion. Okay.
2 to 3 billion to remove the dams, but his proposal was 30 billion to shower the region with money, so that anyone who might be affected would be compensated or taken care of.
Irrigation.
Improve rail, offset the power produced by those dams with by other means. If the farmers up there need subsidized freight, we can subsidize it without barges. Right now we're spending, the ratepayer and taxpayers paying $37,000 a barge load to subsidize that freight. Well, we can subsidize it in other ways. So the goal was to keep everybody whole. And the irrigators, hey, we can irrigate out of a river, don't have to irrigate out of a reservoir. So that's where he's been and continued to be. And the governor of Washington, as I think the budget in the legislature this year is, I'm probably wrong, but it's
Ballpark.
I don't know, 10, 12 billion dollars to start doing some of this stuff.
Yeah.
To offset, to take care of everybody. No losers.
Yeah.
That's the vision.
So you'd think that would get pretty well bipartisan support then.
Well,
I mean, I know there's still. Well, I mean, but
Getting paid. It's all about
Yeah.
getting paid. They don't care. They're getting paid. Let it rip.
But it just seems like, 'cause I just moved over there to Idaho, and I bring it up all the time, all my fishing buddies and everything, and it's a sore subject over there.
okay.
It's a pretty sore subject, but it's just
they'd rather have salmon extermination.
they would,
And,
which is sad because you even talk to some of these guys over there on the little salmon and the salmon in the South Fork of the Clearwater, and then they're talking about how poor the runs are and where our summer steelhead. And then I start talking about the dams, and I start talking about how much power we actually get from each one, which isn't a ton.
Not much.
It's negligible. Both sides of the snake, or at least one, have train tracks.
Right.
So I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. And it's like, so the water thing, they've been irrigating out of rivers for hundreds of years.
Oh, yeah.
Why does it need to be a big reservoir? They drain the reservoirs anyways.
The power produced by those dams is about 900 and some odd megawatt hours.
Megawatts, yeah.
Annual. The Trojan nuclear power plant that was down there right across from the Klamath River in Oregon.
Yeah.
When it was operating, it produced 1,100 megawatts.
Just the one plant.
Per year. And when they decommissioned it, nobody really said a word. It was not like the sky was falling.
The world wasn't over. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they post online too, and I was looking up, like taking Bonneville, the Dows, and looking at the megawatts, and then I just took, Lower Granite, all those Lower Monumental, I took all those and added them up, and it wasn't like one dam on the Columbia was making about as much power as those four.
Yeah. And most of the power produced by those dams on the lower snake comes in the spring when the region is relatively flush.
It doesn't need it.
Yeah, it can all be done.
9 rods, no fish yet.
Not a bite.
We're changing things up.
Changing things up. 9 rods. I know if I'm at a buffet and they offer me 9 different things, I'll probably eat at least 5 of them. But if they bring out 4 new ones, I'll probably try those too. So that's kind of the idea.
No, you're picking.
Is that a fish? Is that a fish? Fish?
Oh,
Oh, I called that one. I was like, that one's gonna get bit.
dang. Dude, that was a fish.
All right, boys. Buzz has got the hat on. It's showtime.
Trying it now, see if it works.
Game time.
Fish down there talking now. All right, well, somebody got to go.
All right, folks. We did not get bit out here, so we're gonna move on inside. Got to make some moves here. We got some more spinners out there. Changed up some things, so
The one that's going in. Yep.
we just got to get bit, man. Got to make changes. Sometimes that's how you do it. Water temp's 55, so these fish should be snappy on these spinners. We will see what happens. Fish on, boys. Brandon, you want to take care of this?
Yeah, here, I'll take that rod.
Hunter's got a fish on, boys.
Oh yeah.
Yee-hee-hee-hee.
It's on a new blade I had a guy paint too.
Is it?
It is. It's nothing special though.
Was that on a Hildebrand he painted?
No. It's a Colorado blade, I think.
Yep.
Ready? I think.
That one too. Hitting bottom. Hitting bottom. Hey, I told you to put that hat on, Buzz.
It made all the difference.
It did indeed.
Yee!
Oh, I got golf clap, everyone. Golf clap.
And about it goes.
You had one now?
Oh yeah, it's a good
I
one.
don't know how you could have got more handsome, but you did, little feller.
That's a nice fish, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Nice fish.
Boom, boom.
All right, Hunter. Nice fish, buddy. Stink is out. Stink is out. That is a gorgeous springer.
Woo woo.
Gotta smell it.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
You gotta kill one, son.
Here,
Good job, guys.
Get your picture. Turn his back towards you a little bit. His back towards you a little bit. No, the other way, I guess. There you go. Okay, here we go.
I'll have you send me those.
All right, look at the camera, look at the camera, look at the camera. I got it.
I'm gonna get one with him.
Ignore this.
Yeah.
Watch these. Yeah. Gotta watch him here when I go slow. So
We're watching.
Bottom. Fish, 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 fish. Oh, come on. What it is that they use is like a Colorado blade.
Yeah. Just
On a clevis, on like a couple of brass beads.
it's just slid down the line.
Brass beads for the weight. Okay? Slid down the line. That's on the hook.
Fish on.
Go for it. Here, I got the camera. Here, give me the camera. Give me the camera.
It's already filming.
Oh, thunder.
1 for 3, folks. Been a little bit since we had a bite. Changed things up a little bit. Got outside of the little toilet bowl. Making a couple passes right here in the long stretch. See if we can't change something up. And if we have to, we'll get back in the toilet bowl.
Careful what you ask for. When the Elwha dams came out, they said, oh, in 5 years, we're going to open this back up. We're going to. It's been 15. You'll never push the Elwha. Careful what you ask for. If them snake dams come out, you watch. We'll never fish salmon and steelhead in there in years.
Clear water and everything.
Years.
I don't know. I disagree with you, Bill.
I hope you're right, Buzz, and I'm dead wrong.
I mean, I don't think it's.
I can see it on the tributaries, the small rivers, but
Yeah.
that big, I mean, I don't know.
We'll change the fishery down here.
Yeah.
Think about this. In the mid-1990s, the entire upriver bound run of spring Chinook salmon was less than 11,000 a bottom. That's combined hatchery and wild.
Yeah.
But because we had a huge snowpack in Idaho, combined with excellent ocean conditions, by 2001, the run entering the river was over 400,000. And I think the count of Bonneville was 390 or 80,000, some such. So, just given a chance,
Yeah.
look at how they responded.
Rebound, yeah.
You see all the
And-
color in the water this year? The big run-ups we
That's
have
a good
going
year
We
on?
have a big runoff
I
this
think
year.
that hides the smokes from predators. You watch
Well, and it
some
moves
years
them
from now, it'll
down.
be way better.
It moves the juveniles
Faster.
downstream. A lot of people don't realize this. When these young salmon are coming down the river, they back troll to the ocean. They allow the current to push them downriver. So you need flow between the dams
Right.
through these reservoirs, which can be lakes, and then the proportion of the water that goes over the spillway compared to through the turbines is really a big
Determines
factor.
how many gets
the
killed.
The
Yeah.
fish just go where the water goes.
Yeah.
So if you're spilling a lot of water, those fish going over that spillway, the mortality is 0 to 2%.
Yeah.
If they go through the turbines, the mortality is 10 to 12%.
Yeah.
So before the Endangered Species Act, we were on the Pray for Rain plan.
Right.
Because if you had a big snowpack, a big runoff that couldn't hold all the water, well, we'd see the runs kind of maybe stabilize or bump up slightly. And on a low water year, Disasterville and how many juveniles were killed. So it's not that any one dam is so bad, it's the cumulative effect of 8. That's what's preventing those fish in Idaho from recovering, and even they're slowly marching towards extinction.
Yeah.
It's the way it is.
Hey, buddy. Mr. Rob Phillips, how you doing?
Hey, Rob.
Oh, you got the whole crew. Thanks, Doug. Oh,
Yeah, I look at those summers too, and this is one question I had for you, Bill, too, is, you know, obviously salmon come up the river, they spawn, they die. Steelhead will make multiple trips. How do the downrunners, how do these big native downrunners from the South Fork of the Clearwater and all these tributaries, do they just not make it?
A lot of them don't make it.
So, I
A lot of
mean,
the steelhead that could make a second run because of the hydro dams.
Yeah.
Not many make it.
They just
not
don't make
like pre-dam times.
Yeah.
You know, when they would contribute maybe 30. I forget the numbers, but they used to contribute a pretty significant number of fish percentage-wise to the upriver run.
and wouldn't that contribute a lot to the issue with the size? I mean, because you're not getting those 5-year, 6-year steelhead like you would on some of the coasts, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Here's another.
Is that a jack?
what's that? Good luck, Jack.
Just take a rock.
Bonus fish.
Can't keep them.
Can't keep Jack.
No.
It says up to 6.
Just hold it up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, all right.
Hey,
Cooking with oil now.
that'll be yummy. That'll be yummy. Red and white Hildebrand Blake, baby. That was good.
That's a nice sized fish.
Yeah, it's giant.
Boiling garlic.
Been a while since I've done an update, guys. We are 2 for 5. It is a grind. We are marking fish left and right, and they are not wanting to go. We cannot figure it out. Should have been here yesterday, they said, but we weren't. We're here today, trying to make it happen. Stay tuned.
He goes, hey, that's it.
Bill's on a fish, boys.
Hey, man, I just got you your
Hey,
boat.
Brandon.
Got the good one, got the good juju off.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hell yeah, Bill. How's it feel, buddy?
Hey, it popped off.
Oh!
Never mind.
Ah! How?
Oh,
How? Bill, you want to talk about it?
Can you read minds? Not the FCC, I don't think would approve of what I'm thinking right now.
Let's bottom.
Try to come up this shell. 10, 11.
How'd that fish not go?
That's never found purchase. Never got purchase.
Did we check the drag? That's one thing I didn't check.
Max drag.
Correct. That was perfect.
Drag was money.
Hi, Jared. Been running it.
Wow, there you go.
Come here.
Yep.
About time. Grind, fine.
I am stoked, buddy.
Dude, it's been a while. We worked hard for this fish. This has been a group effort. I think we've unweeded about 643,000 times so far.
Oh, plus
Just
50.
one fish. We changed one of them up. You know, we've been changing stuff all day, and we happened to change this one up to an 18-inch bumper to give it a little different pump. And Maybe that's the ticket, I don't know. You know, they're springers, so who really knows? But
Absolutely.
hey, so far so good.
Where were you on your depth?
24 with a 10-ounce lead.
Oh. Oh. You see the way he opened his jaw right there?
Nice.
Let's see if she's hatch.
I think I saw a fin, but I'm not sure.
That's clipped.
I think we're good.
Yay!
Chrome. That's a chrome one.
Yay!
Good one, Jared. How'd you do it?
Oh man, hey, sheer luck, and I got Buzz Ramsey in the boat. We changed some stuff up, pretty fun. You know, we've been fishing all day, and I switched from a 24-inch bumper to an 18-inch bumper. I happened to shorten my leader about 3 inches, and dropped my depth, you know, a little deeper than I've been fishing, and sometimes the change is part of the game, so happened to work out for us that time, and maybe we'll get 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
That's just
Nice.
fun.
Nice.
Getting out them elk tacos.
Oh yeah, it's warming up. Oh, picture's probably clean, buddy.
Some pre-cooked elk burger. Little bit of tacos. More like burritos. Giant. Getting all set up, boys. Still grinding hard. About to eat some elk tacos, though. Everything's okay. Look at that. Everybody's eating some elk tacos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there she is, boys and girls.
One thing that was unique about Willie was that he lost his left hand when he was a small child, when he was a young boy.
Whole thing, or?
The whole thing. Well, he was trying to make a whistle out of a blasting cap, and his dad or uncle taught him how to blow into an empty cartridge casing and make a whistle. And he was trying to make a whistle out of this blasting cap. And he grabbed a piece of a wooden whistle. He grabbed a piece of baling wire, took one scratch, and it blew up. And it mangled his hand so bad they had to cut it off right there. So he had a wrist, but he had no hand. Right. So he used to strap his arm to a board, and he could row a boat.
It's like a wing.
Oh, wow.
And that's where he did it first. Then later he built he had kind of like a coupling, a smooth metal coupling, and he pinned it to a couple of pieces of flat bar, so he could put a little sock over his wrist, and he could cock his wrist and had a grip, and then he could row it. That was easier.
Wow.
Anyway, he built the first aluminum drift boat because Rogue River, the upper Rogue River, before Lost Creek Dam was in, where he fished, it's pretty rocky and everything, and you know the wood drift boats, they just don't take it very well, right?
Yeah.
So he started that boat company and built the first aluminum boat and merged into, he called it Alumaweld, and he had his logo was Alumaweld Boats, AWB, which he took the album cover from the Average White Band and transferred that into a Alumaweld boat. Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
So
I feel like I've seen
his logo.
Is there a couple boats still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
People have duplicated it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he had his boat company for quite a long time, and then he sold it to his business partner because he couldn't get along with him. He brought in a big money guy to help him grow the business, and then he had to sell his baby. So he had a 6-year non-compete, and then he started building Willie boats. Okay,
So, and if you went down to buy a boat from Willie, the first thing he would try to do, if you'd allow it, he'd try to either get you drunk or stoned. I mean, that's what he did, right?
That's how he made his sales, I guess.
I know that.
And he made a lot of friends that way too. And so we're in the Willamette River fishing a fundraiser, and we're back trolling in this Hogs and Dogs tournament. This is years ago. And we caught like 3 salmon that morning, and here comes the sheriff boat. Letters this big on the side of the boat, right? Comes chugging around. He's going around checking licenses and crashing into people and stuff. And he comes over towards us, and he gets pretty close. And Willie yells to him, and he goes, "Pretty dry out here." And the guy goes like this, and takes off. And we're all sitting in the boat, nobody says anything, it's like, well, you must think we don't have any fish, you're not gonna check it. I mean, that's what I thought anyway. So about an hour later, here this sheriff boat comes again. And he reaches under his console when he gets real close, pulls out this paper bag and throws it to Willie. Willie's like, and Willie catches it, pulls down the wrapper, it's a 5th of tequila. Takes the cap off, throws it in the river, glug, 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 glug.
Wow.
Thanks, he says.
You kidding me?
And he's kind of beaming, and he looks at all of us and he goes, "I sold him a boat."
I sold him a boat. I don't know if I can tangle it.
Fish on, boys.
I'm not gonna get a second chance.
Uncle Willie, huh? He's like, shh.
And it's gone.
Oh my God! Another one! Fish!
Don't hand it off. We don't want to lose it.
This is a nicer fish.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Ooh, Hunter become the cameraman. You got Hunter behind the camera. Watch.
You wanna make sure he's filming, Brandon?
I'll check it out.
There's no light on. You got it.
Oh, he was doing all right. Yeah, you're good. You had it. Better, you're taller.
Can't hear you.
You can step up here.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah!
That big is probably a wild. That's a big spot.
It's not that big.
Oh, no.
It's a little hatchery.
It looks hatchery.
Yeah.
Hatchery, guys, for sure.
I think we're good.
I couldn't see it.
That blade's working good.
Oh, hey!
Why don't you tell us about that blade, but don't tell us about it.
How about that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So, a custom buddy, Hanford Tackle, he reached out to me and wanted me to make a couple custom blades, and that happens to be one of them, which I'm just testing out. And then so far, it's went 2 for 3, so it's been doing pretty good.
Right on, man. Right on, right on. We'll get you guys a little shot of this fish once Alex finds the wood to it here. Thank you, Jared, for putting us on the fish.
Oh, dude, it's been a grind, but springers are grinding till you find them a lot of times. You have those days to where you go out and you bang them up and you're at the dock by 8:30. They're rare, my friend.
Outstanding, Private.
Gorgeous. That put up a good fight, too. Super chrome. Nice hen. Got some eggs in her. Hell yeah, guys.
And when and then they planted those up and down the North Oregon coast. LC stocks, they put the Wilson and everything. They raised them not only the LC hatchery, but the Mistaka hatchery and I don't know, maybe other places, I'm not sure. So when I was a teenager and started fishing down there in 1967, 68, those LC stock fish, man, they came back strong. There was a group of them that were 2 salts that were 8, 9 pounds.
Yeah.
Once in a while you get a 7 pounder, but mostly 8 or 9 pounds. And then there was a group that were 10 to 14 pounds. And they were 3 salts. They've been in the ocean 3 years. And they were hard fighting, thick bellies. I mean, they were awesome. But over the years, they declined to the point that after 50 years of culturing,
most of them were 7-pounders. Thin bellies, 6-7 pounds, thin bellies, didn't really fight. Most anglers are complaining about it. And their smolt to adult return was only 1%.
Whoa.
Wow.
Which in the wild, they would not self-perpetuate.
You guys doing good? Three?
Yeah. They would,
Prawn spinners?
yeah, they would eventually wink out. And so they started a broodstock program down there of sport caught winter steelhead out of the Wilson that went back in the Wilson, you know, and they raised them in the hatchery, 100% broodstock. Those fish return at a 4 to 6% return rate, smolt to adult return rate on average. And their timing of return is much like the wild run. It mirrors the wild run. They show off their genetic diversity. And even though they're only one generation removed, the wild fish return at a higher rate of success. They return on average at 6 to 8%. And you know, I'm down there last winter, and guys that are near my age or maybe my age, they remember those years that it was really robust, the hatchery component. I mean, there were years down there. I mean, I remember hooking some days 30 fish myself. You know, I mean, they came back really strong. But over the years, like I say, it dwindled and dwindled and dwindled. And some guys, they remember that. You know, I kind of grew up in a generation of hatchery fish. But you know, then I remind them of this, and they go, why would you want to go back to that versus a broodstock program? And so you know, to me, broodstock is where it's at. It's just like when I was visiting with a biologist on the Sandy the other day, and he's telling me how they've improved the habitat and they've grown the spring Chinook run to 6,000 wild spring Chinook in the Sandy River, and their hatchery component, they infused 30% wild genes into the hatchery component, and they got 4,000 hatchery fish coming back, for a total of 10,000 hatchery spring Chinook coming back to the Sandy River. Huge success story. And so, you know, like I say, we need enhancement, but we need to preserve every wild fish stock we have and get them robust enough so you can dip into them and have a broodstock program.
With Bill Herzog, Buzz Ramsey, Jared Higginbotham, my buddy Brandon, Hunter. It was epic, guys. It was super epic. So we're gonna be here in the dock in a minute, flip some fish, and get on with it. All right, guys. It was a good day out here, man. Fish with Buzz Ramsey, Bill Herzog, Jared Higginbotham, Hunter, his son, Brandon behind the camera. We hooked enough fish. Let me just put it that way. Probably hooked 9 fish, landed 4. We had a great time, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next one.